Hello, welcome to this altcoin daily with Bitcoin Gorilla. And today we are going to be looking at Decentraland. Now, I know you've heard about metaverse, and this is one of the metaverse coins, and we're going to dive into it to see where Mana will be going to next because Mana has really been pumping of late, right? You can see we see Mana leaving from below $1 and Mana was able to hit $6. Now the point is there's just been this pullback that right now Mana is trading around $3. So the point is this pump going to continue or is there going to be further pullback on Mana? This is what we will be discussing today. And I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. If by the end of this video you find my strategy quite interesting, give me a thumbs up to encourage me to make more videos. And if you want to be getting notification whenever I publish because I'm constantly jumping on different altcoins. Every day I'm taking like 2 to 3 altcoins down with simple price action, just analyzing to tell you what I'm seeing, right? No indicator, zero indicator use. So to start, first of all, let's understand the fundamentals. What is even Decentraland called Mana token? What is Decentraland? Now, according to CoinMarketCap, the central land, they said it's a virtual reality platform powered by Ethereum blockchain that allows users to create, experience, and monetize content and applications. Now, what makes this decentralized land unique, right? Now, decentralized land is built for content creators, businesses, and individuals that are looking for new artistic medium, business opportunities, and sources of entertainment. Now, they call themselves metaverse, like the term. That's the term they call the game world, where this whole thing is. They call it a metaverse. And for Decentraland, land is divided into 90,601 individual parcels of land, each of which is represented by what ECR 721 non-fungible token. So we're talking about NFT here. So NFT and metaverse in one. That is what Decentraland is. So it's like when we're talking about Facebook and Facebook is talking about metaverse, and then in the metaverse, we're going to have businesses, fashion, like Nike, like fashion world, game world, every every environment like real estate, they are going to be buying land and they will be buying this land from the central land like Mana from places like Mana, right? Now, the Mana token they use for all this is called Mana. That is the name of the token that Mana token holders are in control of how the decentral world behaves by proposing and voting on policy updates, right? So now that we understand, if you want to really read more about Decentraland, Mana, Metaverse, NFT, and all of that, you can visit the Decentraland website and get to read more about them. Now, we're going to look at prices because we are here for the bag, right? We are here for the money. So let's look at the prices. Now, the all-time high, according to CoinMarketCap, that this coin has ever seen is $5.9. Right now, this $5.9, this coin has lost 28% since meeting that all-time high. That was about 19 days ago. That was November 5th, 25th, right? 19 days ago, this coin has already lost 48% of that price move. Now, the price move, right? The all-time low was 4 years ago, which was around 0.007887 cents, right? So right now, let's look at the price, right? Let's get back to the real action. So as you can see, we're on the chart of the Decentraland, and the first thing I want to do is get my all-time resistance, which is around 5.9, right? So and the all-time support right here. Now that's the all-time low, right? All-time high, all-time low. And I can also map out the areas of support and resistance that are in my face, kind of, that I can see that are in my face. So I can see some there. Now, the next thing I want to do is contain the drama that has happened. I can see that the first time there was a sideways movement. So I want to contain this one specially apart, and then contain what happened after the breakout from that movement. This is the breakout. So the breakout took place right here. This is where the breakout took place. So in this analysis, we are using zero indicator, and we're going to be looking at um support and resistance first. So I've gotten the lines of support and resistance, and the next thing I want to do is get the area of support and resistance for the box I just drew now, right? So I want to get the support area, and I can see the support is around here. And now I'm also going to get the resistance area, and the resistance is as well right there. So that is the biggest box. So I'm going to look at the daily chart and see what this box looks like. Okay, so this is what we have on the daily chart, and I can see that obviously, huh, I can contain this in a box. Let's use blue for that. So I think I need to move this box a little up, this particular one, because the support is a bit extended the way I see it. This is more like it, right? Okay, good. So now that we have this, I need to get the support and resistance of this particular one. That's the support, and this is the resistance. So beautiful. I have the support and resistance. And can I see if I can get a bias line? Obviously, this coin went on a parabolic move, and one thing I know about parabolic move is most coins that go like this always come back. But the thing you must also know about these coins are this particular coin is not just NFT coin, it's also a metaverse coin, and this coin actually experienced this surge you're seeing here. That was during October when Facebook announced the metaverse change of name and all of that. So and this coin experienced that surge when Facebook started showing interest in metaverse. So since then, we know that the news of metaverse really did some rise some demand in the coin, because a lot of people started seeing it as a good investment since Facebook is going to go into it. And we had that surge that took place around that October. But you can see it's a parabolic move. And we can see that one thing I know about parabolic moves from my past experience of observing the pattern is that they always return to where they started, right? So there's always this trend line that the price is always respecting before they made that parabolic move. But eventually, most of them do come back to retest that breakout. So let's see the situation of what is likely going to happen. Because right now, even if we're going to get a bias line, let's say we have a bias line here, and which is likely going to very easily break. I'm going to say that again. This particular bias line can easily break down, and I'll tell you why I think that. So the reason why I think that is, for me, anything that is in the middle of my box is not really a strong um point for a buy. I like seeing buy situations around the support area. You can see the reaction of the buy was up. You can see this area, the reaction as well. That's where the move happened. So you can see when it touched the support, it moves up. I don't like buying anything around the middle of my box. And currently, price is trending exactly at that range of that middle, telling me that price is going to return and could likely break this trend line and come to this point around that $2 now. How far the selling continues now is going to matter. Now I can tell you something. There's an intraday mini support and resistance in this chart, but they are very weak. I must tell you. There's one actually right there. There's one support right here. It's already broken as we're talking. It's already broken. You can see price is already trending below it. So you can see that there's an intraday support that was already broken. You can see the support acted somewhere around here. You can see here, here, and you can see price actually broke it and came back on it. But that's already a break. So what we just had is price just coming back to fulfill what it started. So what does that tell me? It tells me that this particular trend line is at the risk of getting destroyed anytime soon. So what does that say? It just means that Mana could be seeing more pullback. Now, this is looking at the supply aspect, looking at the sellers point of view, and I can tell you I can get actually a seller's line, and this seller's line can easily also get broken because I also we're going to also look at the chances of buyers, because I always look at both buyers and sellers and give them equal consideration, then share my opinions with you. Then what you do with the opinion is up to you. Remember, this is no signal and this is no financial advice. It's just me, Bitcoin Gorilla, sharing my opinion and telling you what I think that this market, I see this market likely playing out using simple price action, no indicator. So these are all my perspective of the market without the influence of indicator. So as I'm telling you right now, what my strategy is telling me is that Mana is going to likely get more pullback, right? That is what I'm saying. Now I know most of us, this is not the news we want to hear. Now for some people, that might be their opportunity to invest into this coin, because I do see a good future. There's a good future for this coin. The reason is this coin is not just an NFT coin, it's a metaverse coin, right? We're talking about metaverse and NFT in one. It's a decentralized land. This is where you buy land if you want to partake in metaverse as probably a business person. You want to buy land where you're going to now build your shop, and where people are going to come and see it in the metaverse. This is where you're going to buy the land, and this land are NFT lands. Once you buy it, your name, the ownership will be in Ethereum ERC proof, right? So it's public, and this has a lot of future with it. So I do see a good future. If he's investing, you want to invest into this coin, it has a good future. But that does not stop the coin from pulling back. That does not stop those who entered at what 0 point 0 point below 0.8 not to take profit, because people are still taking profit. A lot of people are seeing in big profit who bought it below $1, right? These people are in good profit and they are still taking profit. And remember, each sell is a supply. It doesn't matter, as long as the supply keep growing, it's going to get to this support. It's going to get to this support. That's what I see coming. And now, depending on how the demand on this support is, I don't see this support being as strong as this point, because the way the thing looks, it looks like either we have it going back up to attempt this resistance, but it has to first of all survive this point. A rejection could be waiting for it around $4. That is if they survive this point. If the demand at this rate is strong enough, because it's actually a support, if it's strong enough to carry them, then they could actually what reverse back and retest the $4 range. That's if $2 range can hold them to $2 to what 2.8 to $2 range. If it can hold them and they see enough demand, then you see them attacking the upside to attack the $4 range. But if the demand is not enough and the sell-off continues, especially if Bitcoin keeps going the way it's going to affect most of the altcoin. So let's say that scenario, I like giving equal chances to the bulls and the bears. It helps me know what to do. Sometimes it is better to exit and re-enter the trade, and sometimes it's better to exit a little scratch than take deeper loss, right? Now, this is no financial advice. Do your diligent research. Now, let's consider the chances of the sell-off increasing, chances of more supply entering the market on Mana. If the supply keep growing, like I said, it's going to hit this point, right? And if the demand in this zone in my support area fail, then we're going to see price heading for this point. Now, there is a support at this point around that $1 to 1.5. 1.6, 1.5, let's say 1.4, all the way to this 1.5. The reason is here, right? When that breakout first happened, now I could see them getting stopped here for them to pull back up, right? They could do that. Now, the worst case scenario I really see Mana going is 0.4. That is if the worst case scenario. I don't really see that. Really, the chances are not that high. I really see the chances are high of, remember we talked about a bias line that we drew. Remember this bias line. Let's go back to daily chart because we were in intraday. So let's go back to daily chart and let's see that line we drew again. Now, if you find my analysis quite interesting, encourage me. You never know. The next analysis could be the next altcoin in your what portfolio. You never know. Just encourage me by what giving me a thumbs up and subscribe to get notification when I'm online so that you will be the first when I drop new videos, you'll be the first to what get notification. And then you can drop comment. The first three comments that send their altcoin, I'll make a next video as part of the altcoin daily. So I'll be using the comment section to pick the altcoins that I will be making videos on all the time. So now if you look closely, you see this our trend line, which is very important, which is the higher time frame trend line. You can see the touch two, this is three, this is you can see it was literally a sideways. So literally the touchings were not far, right? So the main important thing about this is chances are high that we return to this point. That is if the sell-off continues, right? The chances are high we return to that $1.2 range to $0.8 range if the sell-off continues. But like I said, I do see a really good support around $2 to what to $2.8 range. This is a range. I do see a good support around this range, right? So if price could touch this 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, it could still pull up, right? So chances are there, right? But I do still a pull back from where it is. And most likely we're going to see this $2. If the sell off continue, like I see it coming, because I do see this sell off continuing for a while. And that sell off could take it to this point. But let's just be on the safe side. I think you should have a stop loss because this move here is not a small move. It's not gonna be a small move. And for the protection's sake, I think it's good one implement stop loss that if price should keep going low, below um $2 or 1.8 at most, you should put a stop loss or something. I believe that if price go below that, there could be a little bounce, but I don't think you're going to see that bounce go too far. It could get rejected around $3 or so, and then price could get turned back, right? So I do see more pullback on Mana. So thank you very much for watching. If you do see right now, the chances I said are high on the pullback side. I see more pullback on Mana than up. But on getting to $2 range to 2.8, currently it's trending around $3. It's let's say $2 range. On getting to $2 range, 2.3, we could get a bounce. Now, depending on the demand, like I said, that range doesn't look too strong. I think the much better strong if you want to buy, if you're waiting to buy, could be around what 1.8. But this point you could buy small and put a stop loss here. If things doesn't go out, you get out of the trade. I do see a little battle, like a sideways kind of, that will go on around here. But let's see how that thing goes. This is what I do see. I remain Bitcoin Gorilla. If you like my strategy and you find it quite interesting, do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want me to make an analysis on any altcoin you have and you feel like you want to know more and have more details, or you are stuck in a dump, we can analyze on the con. Remember, this is no financial advice. This is just my opinion. What you do with it is up to you. I remain Bitcoin Gorilla. Happy trading.